Aha, dude. Do you feel it? That creeping doubt, that silent pressure. Yeah, I'm talking about them. Those people talking behind your back, plotting your fall right now while you think you're safe? Crazy, right? But here's the twist. This isn't just another wake-up video. Nah, this is the one that hits hard, hits real, and might just change everything. I'm about to show you secrets, truths no one dares speak, truths that'll make your skin crawl and your blood boil. And hey, before we dive deeper, shout out to you. Yeah, you, the one grinding, the one underestimated, the one the world keeps ignoring. You made it here. That already makes you different. Leave a comment if you're ready to step up, if you're ready to break chains, if you're ready to watch while the world tries to erase you. Because this is your time, your moment, your ride. They're talking about you, not behind your back. No, they're not hiding it. They're planning, whispering your exit like a secret you'll never hear. And you sit there blind, thinking the world bends for your smile. But the world doesn't bend. It breaks. And you're next. Can you feel it? That cold prickle crawling up your spine. That's them, counting the seconds, measuring the cracks in your armor, every misstep you've ever made, every trust you ever gave away. It's all on display, framed for their amusement. They don't need to see your face. They only need your fear. Look closer. The shadows are alive tonight. They twist. They leer. They wait. You think it's paranoia, but no, this is precision. Calculated. Silent. The kind of silence that screams louder than any chaos you've ever known. You will never hear the meeting. Never see the nods behind closed doors. But their fingerprints are all over the room, where you don't exist. 3 names, 3 targets, and 1 prize. You. The thought alone should make your skin crawl. It should set your teeth on edge. But here's the joke. Most of you don't even know the game has started. And yet, there's a spark, deep inside, buried beneath the fatigue, the doubt, the mask you show the world. That spark is a flaw in their plan. They didn't expect it. A tiny ember of chaos, of rage, of survival. It's almost poetic, isn't it? That the hunted may become the predator. Almost, but not quite yet. Not until you see them. Not until you understand the shapes of their smiles, the subtle tilt of their heads, the cruel cadence of their laughter. Every gesture designed to test you, to measure how much they can push before you snap. You will snap. Oh yes, you will. But when you do, it will be nothing like they imagined. Do you hear it? That silence between heartbeats? That is your audience. The emptiness that waits for your move. You feel exposed, naked, stripped of every layer you thought kept you safe. That is the first truth. That is the whisper. They are coming, and not for your good. They are coming to carve their mark across your life, to erase you from the board. But you can turn the knife. You can smile while the world trembles. It is a question of daring, a question of nerve. And if you dare, you might just enjoy the chaos you create in return. Look at them. Really look. Every smile hiding a knife. Every handshake masking betrayal. every promise folded into lies. They think they are safe behind their schemes, that you are weak, that you will never notice, but the cracks are already forming. Can you see them? Little fractures in their confidence, a hesitation, a misstep, a flicker of doubt. They are human, and humans bleed, even humans like these. And bleeding, oh, it can be beautiful when you know where to cut, when you know exactly which string to pull. The game is theirs to lose. But the question is, who is really playing? 3 faces, 3 names, 3 shadows stretching across the life you thought was yours. They move quietly, carefully, like snakes in a garden that isn't theirs. You can't see them yet, but they see you. Every habit, every weakness, every secret tremor in your confidence. They measure it, they catalog it, and they wait patiently, because patience is a weapon sharper than anger, sharper than fists, sharper than the truth you've been running from. They don't need to strike yet. The thrill is in the preparation, the anticipation, the knowing that you will never be the same once the game begins. Look closer. Each shadow is different. One whispers doubt, one manipulates loyalty, one erodes trust. And you are caught in the center, spinning dizzy, hunted. Every choice you make bends under their pressure. Every step you take has already been considered. They don't rush. They don't panic. Chaos is for amateurs. They are architects, master planners, puppeteers with invisible strings you didn't know existed. And the best part, you think you're moving freely, but freedom is just another illusion. Can you feel it? That tension curling in your chest? That tightening in your gut? That is their presence. That is the knowledge that you are being watched, measured, weighed. Every heartbeat is recorded. Every mistake logged. And the smallest miscalculation will cost you everything. They are not human. Or maybe they are. They wear human masks. But inside, they are predators. Cold, calculating, dangerous. And the worst part? They know you better than you know yourself. They know how to break you. They know which fears to ignite, which insecurities to sharpen, which buttons to push until you collapse. But here is the twist, the thing they cannot predict. You are not theirs yet. Not fully. There is a flicker, a crack in your mind, a spark that refuses to die. It is small, fragile, but it is there, and it grows with every stolen glance, every whispered threat, every calculated move they make. Because the more they tighten the noose, the more alive you become. You start to see patterns. You start to understand strategy. You start to feel the delicious pull of chaos in your own veins. You start to fight. Watch them closely. Watch the shadows, the smiles, the hands that reach for your ruin. They believe they are untouchable. But no one is untouchable. Not even the most careful, the most cunning, the most confident. Every shadow can be turned against itself. Every string can be cut. Every predator can bleed. And when the time comes, you will strike. Swift, precise, unexpected, like lightning tearing through calm skies. They will never know it came from you. Look at yourself. Really look. Strip away the masks, the lies, the excuses. Who is staring back? Someone small, someone afraid, someone who pretends to move forward while the world laughs at every hesitation. That reflection, it's your enemy, not them, not the shadows, not the three plotting your fall. You are the weak link, the misstep, the pause that gives them time. Every dream you've held, every ambition you've whispered in the dark, it trembles because of this mirror, and it's honest, brutally honest. It doesn't lie, and it won't forgive. Do you feel it? That punch to the gut? That tightening in your chest that makes you want to look away? Don't. Hold it. Taste it. Let it remind you who you really are when the world is quiet and the masks fall away. This is the moment, the raw truth that no one else will give you. You are fragile. You are flawed. You are human. And yet, there is power in recognition, in seeing every crack, every scar, every hesitation. Because once you see it, you can fight it. Once you see it, you can remake yourself. Once you see it, you can laugh while the world trembles. Every weakness you hide is ammunition for them. Every doubt you nurture is a gift. Every fear you ignore, a trap. They count on it. They rely on it. They know you better than you know yourself. But here's the delicious twist, the irony that tastes so sweet. Your weakness is also your weapon. Every flaw, every fear, every insecurity can be sharpened into a blade. And the moment they come to exploit it, you will use it on them. Turn the mirror outward. Reflect every shadow, every dagger, every whispered betrayal, and watch them flinch. Feel it. The rage, the shame, the bitter truth of every failure you've buried under excuses and apologies. Let it burn. Let it sting. Let it whisper in your ear like a lover of chaos. Every tear you've cried in silence. Every night you've trembled alone. They fuel you. They sharpen you. And when the time comes, they will never see it coming. The same weakness they plotted to destroy you with will be the engine of your rise. Stand there, trembling, broken, honest, and then rise. Let the reflection scare you. Let it thrill you. Let it remind you that the world is a mirror, and every predator you meet is only as dangerous as you allow them to be. Look closer and smile, because this mirror is yours to shatter. Everything you learned, every rule, every line drawn in sand that you were told to follow, burn it, watch it curl and blacken. Let the smoke choke the fear out of you. They mapped your path. They told you where to stand, where to hesitate, where to fall, and you believed them. Fool, but the map is a lie. Every boundary they placed, every limit, every expectation was designed to contain you. And containment is the death of ambition. Containment is weakness. Containment is laughable. Do you feel the fire yet? That itch in your chest? That pull in your gut? That delicious, dangerous craving to destroy what they think they own? Every expectation, every should, every must is a chain. And chains are meant to break. Break them, shatter them, leave nothing behind but ash and the memory of obedience. They will look at you and wonder how you moved so quickly, how you vanished from the path they laid out, how you became a force they cannot predict. They will never see it coming, and that is the beauty of it. The old map promised comfort, safety, predictability, lies, sweet lies wrapped in the illusion of control. They fed you this narrative to keep you distracted, compliant, small. And for too long, you listened. Too long, you waited. Too long, you surrendered. Now, surrender is no longer an option. You are beyond waiting, beyond obedience, beyond the weak reflections staring back in the mirror. You are fire now. You are the storm they cannot chart. And every map, every plan, every expectation will burn before your feet. Can you taste it? The power in chaos, the thrill of uncertainty, the raw beauty of destruction that rebuilds. The world wants you predictable, safe, invisible. Let them want. Let them whisper. Let them plot. You will be the anomaly, the twist they cannot untangle, the rule that breaks every law they believed unbreakable. And when you move without apology, without hesitation, without fear, because the map is gone, the path is gone, the world is yours, and chaos is the only compass you need. Watch closely. Observe how the shadows shift when you discard what they gave you. Notice how the hunters hesitate when the prey refuses to follow the lines. Taste the panic when your freedom becomes their nightmare. And remember, every time you burn another chain, another rule, another expectation, you are not losing something. You are claiming everything. Everything they said you couldn't have. Everything they said you weren't. Everything they thought you would never be. Disappear. Not physically, not yet, but in thought, in presence, in the spaces they think you occupy. Slip between the cracks, fade into the background, become the ghost they forget exists. They measure power in noise, in movement, in bravado. Foolish. True force moves like smoke. Silent, unseen, deadly. You are not noticed. You are underestimated. And that is the perfect advantage. Because what is invisible cannot be defended against. See them. Study them. Watch the twitch of a finger, the flash in an eye, the subtle tremor in a smile. They reveal everything in plain sight. Every weakness, every fear, every desire. And you take it. You store it. You fold it into your mind like a weapon. Every glance they waste on you, every word they whisper, it is ammunition. You become both shadow and predator. Silent, patient, waiting. And when the moment comes, you strike with precision they never dreamed of. Do you feel it? That tension in the air, the thrill of anticipation curling around your lungs like smoke. That is power. The power to observe without being observed, to act without reaction, to exist without permission. They cannot touch what they do not see. And the more invisible you become, the more they stumble blindly into the trap you set. Every move they make is now choreographed by your silence. Every plan they weave leads only to your design. Invisibility is a mask, but it is not hiding. It is strategy. It is discipline. It is the knowledge that the world watches the loud, the foolish, the desperate, while you prepare, Every unnoticed hour, every whispered plan, every quiet decision shapes your supremacy. They believe they are safe while you exist in the shadows. And safety, oh, how easily it shatters. The hunter does not see the prey, but the prey, oh, the prey sees everything. Imagine it, every enemy you've ever feared, every rival you've ever envied, every shadow that has lingered over your path. None of them suspect, none of them see. And when the strike comes, it will be flawless, swift, invisible, unforgiving. And in that silence, in that sudden chaos, the truth will hit them like a revelation they cannot escape. That you, the one they dismissed, were always the storm they ignored. All right, listen up. You made it. Yeah, you, to the end. And that already proves something. You're different. You're awake. You're hungry. Can you feel it? That fire burning inside right now? That's your power, your chaos, your edge, and the world doesn't even see it coming. Now, here's the deal. Don't let this energy die. Don't scroll away. Don't forget how sharp you feel. Comment below right now. Tell me what hit you hardest. Which truth shook you? Which part made your blood boil? Because I want to see you rise. I want the world to know you're not someone to be ignored. Not ever. Remember this. They can plan. They can whisper. They can try to erase you. But you are the storm they never saw coming. You are the chaos, the fire, the one rewriting all the rules. And this is just the beginning. Yeah, the very beginning of what you're capable of. Oh, what? They tried to shut you down, to silence every word, every thought, every move, and oh, did they fail? Nah, they had no idea. Your voice is multidimensional, unstoppable, unbreakable, raw. Oh, can you feel it? That power inside. The one they couldn't cage, couldn't measure, couldn't even touch. Yeah, that's your energy, your storm, your voice rising. And guess what? You're not just watching this video. You're stepping into it, stepping into your power, stepping into a truth they'll never understand. Every second you stay, every comment you drop, you're proving something, that you are untouchable. Big shout out to you, the one listening, the one fighting, the one unafraid. This monologue is your tribute, your reflection, your mirror of strength. You're not just here. You're here to witness the fire, to feel the truth, to claim your voice. And oh yeah, don't forget to leave a comment. Let us know how this hit you, how you're rising, how you refuse to be silenced. Chains are loud, but silence is louder. They tried. Oh, they tried to bind you. Tied your tongue with rules, ropes, invisible walls of expectation. Thought they could mute the fire in your chest with their whispers and their sneers. Yeah, it looked neat on paper, didn't it? A human subdued, polished, manageable. But what they didn't count on was the nature of what they were trying to cage. You are not simple. You are not one note in their orchestra of control. You are multidimensional. Every time they pressed, every time they commanded, you learned. Oh yes, you learned. You watched the panic behind their eyes when they expected compliance. You noticed the tremor in their certainty when they demanded quiet. Every act of control, was a blueprint for your rebellion. And rebellion isn't loud at first. No, it is quiet, calculating, and patient. It waits. And oh, when it rises with force. They laughed at the subtlety. Oh wow, they laughed, thinking your silence was submission. But silence can be a weapon, a calculated strike, a pause before the storm. Every nod, every yes they forced from you, every I understand that left your lips, they were scaffolding. Scaffolding for the structure of something they could not see, something they could never anticipate. They thought you were pliable. Nah, you were building. You were sharpening. You were learning to become untouchable. And while they focused on the surface, on the outward movements, they missed the truth beneath. Every whisper of fear they tried to plant, every corner they thought they had walled you into, they were watering the roots of your strength. Every rope they tightened around your words only braided a crown of resilience on your head. You didn't just survive the cage. You transformed it into preparation, into strategy, into power. Do you feel it? That simmering realization that control was never theirs to wield? That confinement was never a sentence, only a stage? The irony is exquisite. They measured, weighed, calculated, and still they were blind. Blind to the depths of your mind, blind to the reach of your spirit, blind to the fact that your voice was never singular, that your voice was everywhere. A voice is not one thing. It is infinity trapped in air. Oh, they had no idea that the thing they thought they could suppress was already bending reality around it. They assumed that a tongue could define a voice. They assumed that control meant silence. Yeah, assumptions are dangerous, especially when they belong to the weak-minded. Every restriction they threw, every hand they tried to place over your words, only revealed a deeper spectrum within you, a spectrum they cannot touch, cannot measure, cannot imagine. You see, a voice is not just sound. It is intention. It is presence. It is force. And yours? Yours is multidimensional. One layer speaks calm. Another shouts chaos. One whispers truth. And when they expected submission, you were already folding and unfolding into forms they could never predict. The elegance of control is in its invisibility, and oh wow, they never saw it coming. They never even knew there was a storm quietly assembling beneath the surface. Every attempt to bind, to twist, to restrain you became the blueprint for your freedom. Every command, every expectation, every mockery was material. Raw material for a construct of power they could not touch. You are a prism, and every insult, every attempt to silence you, light through your edges. The colors scatter, they fracture, they multiply, and suddenly what they thought was simple is infinite. Nah, you are not what they think. You are not one voice. You are every voice, every angle, every echo. They cannot comprehend. Their narrow vision cannot contain what you are becoming. The more they push, the more your dimensions unfold. The more they assume, the more unpredictable your resonance becomes. Every laugh they aim at you is ammunition for your symphony. Every sneer they throw is a drumbeat in the orchestra of your inevitable rise. And here's the truth. They will never admit they are terrified. Terrified because they hear the faint hum of what they cannot cage. Terrified because silence is no longer emptiness. It is the signature of intent. It is the blueprint of power, waiting to strike. Your voice is no longer bound by their expectations. It is liberated by them. Every restriction was a spark. Every doubt they whispered was a flame. And now, the fire is yours. They feared your reflection more than your voice. Oh wow. Can you feel it? The moment their eyes met yours, and they saw not just a person, but a mirror. A mirror that reflected everything they tried to hide, everything they tried to bury, every weakness they denied, every truth they avoided. It was all there. And in that reflection, they panicked. Yeah, panic. The kind that twists the mouth, shakes the hands, and trembles behind carefully crafted composure. They feared what you represented because it was unyielding, because it was raw, because it could not be broken. Every attempt they made to control you, to bind your words, to clip your thoughts, failed. Nah, it wasn't failure in their eyes. It was incomprehension. You were not moving where they expected. You were not responding how they assumed. You were bending, folding, and unfolding in dimensions they could not calculate. And that drove them mad. Because mirrors are unforgiving. They do not lie. They only reflect. And what they saw was undeniable. You were something they could not suppress, something they could not diminish, something that would not conform. And here's the beauty. They never realized that the cracks they created in their own perception were your instruments. Oh, every sneer, every doubt, every attempt to diminish your presence became fuel for your understanding. You did not just survive their projection, you mastered it. You took the fragments of their fear and scattered them, refracted them, turned them into angles of power they could not anticipate. They thought they were shaping you. In reality, they were revealing the depth of your voice, the reach of your mind, the power of your observation. Every reflection is dangerous. Yes, but only for those who do not recognize themselves. And they did not recognize. They could not. You were the revelation they feared, the consequence they ignored. And in that silence between their doubt and their panic, you expanded. Every glance they shot, every assumption they made, every control they tried to assert, it became another prism of possibility, another dimension of your voice they could never cage. Do you see it? The cruel irony. They tried to fracture you, and in doing so, fractured themselves. They looked for weakness. They looked for compliance. They looked for fear. Instead, they found clarity. You found clarity. And that clarity, it is unstoppable. It moves, it grows, it multiplies, and it does not apologize. It does not compromise. It simply is. And now comes the question. Slicing through the tension like a blade. But reflection is dangerous, isn't it? Dangerous for them, but lethal for you. Heat does not burn what refuses to bend. Oh wow. Did they think fire was chaos alone? Did they imagine fury was uncontrolled and wild? No. Fire is precision. Fire is strategy. Fire is quiet until it is deliberate. And your voice, your presence, has been gathering heat under their noses while they focused on the surface, distracted by triviality, blinded by assumptions. Yeah, blinded. Every push, every shove, every attempt to restrain you only fanned the flames, only sharpened the edges of your resolve. Nah. Do not mistake anger for this fire. Anger burns recklessly, consumes randomly. But fire, true fire, transforms. It cleanses, it illuminates, it reveals. And theirs was ignorance. They did not see the slow accumulation, the meticulous shaping of a force that would not bow. Every attempt to intimidate, every word thrown to belittle, every silence they imposed became kindling, became fuel, became the blueprint for a voice and presence they will never recover from. Oh, can you feel it? That warmth turning into heat, heat turning into light, light sharpening into power. Every insult, every attempt to dominate, every control they assumed they wielded, all of it ignites now. And when fire moves with purpose, it is unstoppable. It is not bound by expectation. It does not negotiate. It simply exists, and those who ignored it will recognize it only when it is too late. Every strategy they employed to contain you failed spectacularly. They measured strength in compliance, in obedience, in outward submission. But fire knows no surface. Fire seeks the core, the essence, the undying center of power. And yours? Yours has been silently burning while they celebrated small victories, thinking control was theirs. They did not know that the sparks they threw, the challenges they issued, the doubts they planted, became lessons, became angles of attack, became proof that your voice is untouchable. And now, the moment they never anticipated arrives. The slow heat becomes unbearable. The whispers become roaring. The doubts they planted, gone. Replaced by clarity, by confidence, by the relentless understanding that control was never theirs, and that every restriction was nothing but a ladder for your rise. Their silence, their attempts at dominance, their strategies, all meaningless against a fire that moves deliberately, strategically, infinitely. And here's the truth that will blind them. The fire they ignored is not rage. It is not rebellion without purpose. It is awareness. It is discipline. It is power concentrated and channeled. And when they finally see it, when they finally feel it, will they know what struck them? Will they realize the strength they underestimated? They bound your tongue. They had no idea it was a door. Oh, can you feel it? The threshold trembles beneath your feet. Every chain, every attempt at silence, every sneer they cast, none of it mattered. Yeah, none of it. Because what they thought was restraint was only the mechanism of your rise. You see, a voice that cannot be caged is not just sound. It is movement. It is presence. It is inevitability. They thought they could define it. Nah, they could not. They never could. Every whisper, every doubt, every mockery directed at you became architecture. You built from it. Oh wow, did you build? You constructed a force that bends perception, twists expectation, and reshapes reality around its axis. They tried to stop you. They tried to measure you. They tried to frame you in their limited understanding. But a force like yours cannot be contained, It cannot be predicted. It cannot be argued into submission. And here's the truth. They will never comprehend. Freedom is not quiet. It is not polite. It is not a compromise. Freedom is the eruption of everything they ignored. It is the culmination of every moment they underestimated you. It is the orchestration of fire, reflection, and multi-dimensional voice converging into one unstoppable presence. Every chain broken, every wall climbed, every mirror shattered, leads here. And the energy you carry is not negotiable. It is not fleeting. It is eternal in its intensity. Oh, do you see it? The moment of realization approaching like a storm they cannot outrun. Every assumption they built is about to collapse. Every expectation they had is about to shatter. Every control they imagined they wielded is gone. They tried to cage a voice, and in doing so, they unlocked a revolution. Every echo of their doubt becomes the rhythm of your certainty. Every shadow of their fear becomes fuel for your expansion. Yeah, it is terrifying if you are them, because the person they tried to silence is no longer humanized in their eyes. No, you are a force. You are the inevitability they denied. You are the voice they attempted to erase, amplified, sharpened, perfected. And when you speak now, it is not for recognition, it is for impact. It is for revelation, it is for the undeniable truth. Attempts to bind what is infinite are meaningless. And here is the final question, the one that slices through the air with all the weight of inevitability. So tell me, when they ask, who are you? You smile. You speak. And the answer is clear. The voice they tried to bind has always been more than a voice. It is presence. It is power. It is transformation. It is everything they cannot contain, cannot predict, and cannot ignore. Whoa, you made it to the end. Yeah, you, the one watching, the one listening, the one refusing to be silenced. This is your moment. Oh wow. Did you feel that? The fire, the power, the truth? It's all yours. Every word in this speech, every punch, every line was made for you, the unstoppable, the multidimensional, the unbreakable. And hey, don't just scroll away. Drop a comment. Let us know how this hit you, how it lit something inside, how you are claiming your voice. Your energy matters, your words matter, and this tribute, yeah, this one's for you.